The girl placed her foot on Nick's body, teasing him while asking if he liked it. Nick couldn't handle this kind of stimulation and tried to get up and resist, but his limbs were tied up tight. Seeing the girl ready to take things further, Nick had no choice but to beg her to let him go. Seeing Nick being so ungrateful, the girl started slapping him repeatedly one after another. Then she called her friend over to mess with him together. Suddenly, Nick's phone rang. It was his wife calling. If his wife saw this situation, she'd divorce him on the spot. Seeing the girl about to answer the video call, Nick had no choice but to agree to their demands. Just one day earlier, two girls had knocked on Nick's door, claiming they needed shelter from the rain. Seeing them completely soaked, kind-hearted Nick agreed to let them stay the night. But he never expected that not only would they be ungrateful, they'd forcefully take advantage of him. When he woke up the next day, they trashed his entire house. Furious, Nick told them to get out of his house, but they stubbornly refused to leave. In his anger, Nick called the police, but he never expected the two girls wouldn't be scared at all. Instead, they told him something absolutely shocking. It turned out both girls were underage, and they hadn't showered since last night. If the police found out Nick had been with minors, he'd be looking at minimum 20 years in prison. Hearing this, Nick completely lost it. He grabbed the girl's throat tightly. Seeing Nick's murderous intent, the girls finally agreed to let him drive them back. After Nick got home, he quickly cleaned up the house before his wife returned. But just as he finished tidying up, he heard a noise from the living room. Nick cautiously went to check. It was just a picture that had fallen on the floor. But before he could stand up, someone knocked him out from behind. When Nick woke up again, he found himself tied up by the two girls. He begged desperately, but the two girls ignored him, saying they were going to bury him alive. Watching the girls start digging a hole in the yard, Nick felt complete despair in his heart. At dawn the next day, the two girls dragged Nick outside and threw him onto the grass. Then they rolled him like a ball into the pit. Soon, only Nick's head remained above ground. He continued begging, hoping they'd let him go, but the girls completely ignored him. One of them picked up a rock.
No! No!
It turned out they never planned to kill Nick. They just wanted to scare him, because among all the men they'd seduced before, not one had refused them on the spot. Only Nick was the one who'd rejected them. They couldn't bear to kill him, but unfortunately, the video of the three of them together had been recorded by the girls and posted to Nick's social media accounts. After the two girls left, Nick looked at himself on his phone screen and sank into despair.